Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to do another yarn review that I was asked to review this yarn. It's a brand by Michaels. It's their Loops and Threads Facet Stones yarn. So this is only available online at Michaels and in store at Michaels, nowhere else, because the Loops and Threads is their own brand. But we'll go ahead and look over it here. Move my camera just a bit here. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's a 100% acrylic yarn. It says hand wash cold, do not bleach, dry flat, do not iron, and do not dry clean. 243 yards, 5.2 ounces. And it is a medium weight 4. Recommended hook size is an 8mm. Okay, now, if you watch my shopping trips, you probably saw me buy some of this before. I haven't used it yet, but I did buy it. The reason why I bought it, because it resembles some of my favorite yarns. The look of it resembles some of my favorite yarns. And I'm probably going to like it, but I can't tell you for certain because I haven't crocheted with it yet, but I'm going to here in just a second. So it is soft, which I like. But when you look at it, you can tell it, even though it's a 100% acrylic, it's fuzzy. It looks kind of like it would have the appearance of wool, I guess. But it is still 100% acrylic yarn. It is soft, not itchy at all. Nothing wrong with the way it feels. To me, when I looked at it, and I first saw it, when I first seen that they got this, first time I ever saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like a few of my favorite yarns. It reminds me of Unforgettable, only without the sheen and a little thicker. It reminds me of Landscapes, only without that shiny sheen. And it really reminds me of the Lion Brand Scarfy. Just not, this is got that tweedy look to it. But, I mean, it really reminds me of that. You can probably tell by looking at it that it is a yarn that goes from thick to thin. Which I actually like those type of yarns. That doesn't bother me at all. But let's open it up and look at it and see. See what we think. The color I have is Jade. It is available. I looked online in 14 different colors. Most of them were pretty. There might have been a couple that I wouldn't have bought for myself, but in general, most of them were really pretty colors. So I bought several colors when I went on my shopping trip because I liked it the minute that I saw it. But let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Now, their recommended hook size is an 8mm. I'm not going to use an 8mm. I never ever go by the recommended hook size on a yarn, and I never even look at the recommended hook size unless I'm doing a yarn review. I always just go by what I look at the yarn, and I just determine what kind of project I'm going to make with it, and then I determine the yarn size on, or the hook size for that. But that's what I do. So it's really the colors on all of them are very nice, rich and saturated colors. See if we can find the end of it somewhere. It's probably gonna barf all over me. You know, I hate it when two ends come out and you don't know which one is the right one. So you say, and you pull on both of them. I have to keep looking and seeing on the other side. One of them's wrong and one of them's right. There we go. All right, I hate it when that happens. All right. So it's classified as a 4. Now, as you can see, I did mention that it is going to go from thick to thin. It is a very thick 4. I say it's a 5. Thickness-wise, it looks like a 5. But there probably are going to be places where it thins down to a 4. You could probably see it getting thinner as I pull it through my hand. And then it's going to go thicker again. Now, if you do not like yarns like that, definitely you're not going to like this one. I actually like yarns like that, so it doesn't bother me. So we'll go ahead and crochet with it. I think it's it's probably going to crochet. I'm just going to give you my guess. I haven't crocheted with it yet. I'm going to assume that it's going to crochet pretty similar to Lion Brand Scarfy yarn. I think it's going to crochet good, but I think that you don't want to make too many mistakes that it's not going to pull out well. I could be wrong, but let's see. Now I'm using it. I'm not going to use an I. I'm going to use a J hook. Actually, I'm going to use a K. I'm going to use a 6.5. I'm so sorry about that. We all know that sound too well, don't we? Okay. You know, it's not really going to split because it's the type of yarn that it is. It's crocheting just fine. I wonder what the striping looks like in it. How long it takes before the stripe takes place. And how, you know, go ahead and see. I'm going to do some doubles. That way it goes by a little faster. Alright, now only if I could really crochet that fast, huh? Wouldn't that be awesome if we all could? But there's the striping effect. It's quite gorgeous. It just has short stripes. As you can tell, my swatch is it's only about 3 inches wide. So it's not going to be long striping. It's going to be various short stripes, which is the colors are really pretty. I think it looks very nice. I do wish the striping effect was a bit longer. But it's still pretty. So that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, it's still pretty though. I like it. I would assume that that's going to be the size of the striping the whole way through. I like it. Wouldn't hesitate to wear it around my neck or anything. It crocheted just fine. Let's see how it comes out. Wow, look at that. Was I ever wrong? Oh, there we got hung up once. Oh, we got hung up again. I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. But it is coming out better than what I thought it would. Does have some hang-ups because of that fuzz that's in it. But other than that, it's not too bad. It has a strong resemblance to Lion Brand Scarfy yarn if you've ever used that. As far as the way it crochets, as far as the way it's not coming out that well. Other than, you know, Scarfy has that tweed look like I showed you in the beginning, but this crochet-wise, feel-wise, it's actually a bit softer than Scarfy. Because Scarfy is soft yarn, but it's just, I think this feels just a little bit softer. So we'll talk about price. It runs $7.99, and that is for 243 yards. I think that's a bit pricey. I won't pay $7.99 for it. Now, I pay $7 at Walmart for Scarfie, but it's a bulky 5, and it has I think about 60 more yards in it than this. Now, so I won't pay that much for this. But I bought all mine on sale, and if you shop at Michael's, you know they have sales all the time. So I think I bought mine when it was buy 2, get 1 free. So I don't even know what that made it, but it was buy 2 get 1 free, and I think I might even had an additional 20% off. I can't remember, but yeah, Michael's has sales all the time, and I think that this is worth $5. Yeah, I think that's definitely worth $5. A little over $5 probably. It's for me, because I like these type of yarns. These are my type of yarns. And there's lots of people that don't like Scarfie, and there's lots of people that don't like Unforgettable or Lion Brand Landscapes, because they don't like the way that it goes from thick to thin, and they don't like the way that it gets hung up on itself. And that's okay. If you don't like those yarns, you're not going to like this one. Even though the colors are gorgeous, if you don't like any of those yarns, you definitely will not like this. But if you like using those yarns, those are some of my favorite yarns, the ones I just mentioned. You're going to like this. This actually is a very, very nice yarn. When you're comparing it to those other yarns, it's so super similar to them. I like it. Like I said, the colors are nice and dark, and it's very well saturated. Striping effect was nice. So yeah, I like it. Gonna buy it again. I already have quite a bit, so it'll probably be a while before I buy it again. But I do have plenty of it right here to make projects with, because I knew, you know, it's one of those yarns you see on the shelf. I don't know if you ever have that, and you're like, you haven't ever tried it, but you know you're gonna like it because it reminds you of other yarns. So I already knew that I was gonna like this yarn. I pretty much knew how I was gonna crochet. I already had it compared to Scarfie and Unforgettable as soon as I saw it. So yeah, I like it. But remember, if you don't like any of those yarns that we talked about, the Scarfie or the Unforgettable, you're not gonna like this. As far as the hand wash on coal and lay flat to dry, some people may not like that. I've mentioned before in my yarn reviews that does not bother me, because I always recommend doing that with any crochet item other than blankets, but I don't make blankets, so I don't worry about that. Even acrylic, that's what I do, because it's just it's crochet, you just spend so much time on it, you know what I mean, and I hate to just throw it into the washer and have a chance for it to be ruined. But that's just me. That's what I always do. So having to do that doesn't ever bother me, because that's what I do anyways. But yeah, that's my review. Now you let me know always in the comments what you think about it. I know some of you have probably already used this yarn because it's been out for just a little while, and I just now got around to doing a review on it. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you like it. Do you think it's super similar to the yarns that I talked about, the Scarfie and the landscapes and stuff? I think it's very similar to those. Do you think it's worth the $7.99? I personally don't think that it's worth that much, but I do think that you'll be able to find it on sale, five something, like, you know, $5 or maybe just a little bit more. I think it's fair for that. And I definitely buy it for that. So yeah, that's my review. I give it a thumbs up. And now, since I tried it for the first time, I'm going to work on a tutorial for it. I'm pretty excited to make something out of it. So remember, let me know in the comments what you think about it. I always read them, and I always like to hear your thoughts. So thanks everybody for watching. Bye bye.